7:30, call the meeting of the Board of Adjustments to order. I better turn on my microphone. There, is that better? Okay. Secretary, please record the roll. Directors present at the April 8th meeting. The minutes are before you, have been sent to you of the March 11th meeting. Are there any corrections or additions? Thanks for filling in, Pat.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I would make a motion that we accept the minutes as presented to us for the last meeting.
Motion to approve by Pat, is there a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Bruce. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried without dissent. Regular meeting for the day, April 8th. First on our agenda, we have two alike, and we'll take them individually. And a variance request to reduce the required front lot width of 45 feet from an R2 zone lot of 40 feet and reclassify the structure from a duplex to a single-family attached. The site is located at 1213 24th Street West. Who's here to speak for that? Would you just go up to the podium, give your name and all the particulars on what you want to do?
Okay, thank you. Good morning. The request today is to zone this property as a single-family residential. It was purchased in 2014 as a duplex. They would like to market the property and sell as a single-family home. I believe the other homes up in the area are zoned the same, if my information was correct. So just basically taking this duplex and selling it as a single-family home versus one duplex.
Would you state your name for the record?
Yes, my name is Scott Cheddar,
Okay.
and my parents are the owner of the property, so I'm here representing them.
Thank you, Scott. Anything else? Lou?
No, unless you guys have any questions at all.
Discussion? Leonard, do you have some, a little more information for us here?
Well, as he stated, we have a new owner. When these structures are built, they are built as a duplex, as you would look at the application for a building permit. At that time, it's called out that these will be a duplex, and then we have our minimum lot width as stated for a duplex. When coming back and we're making them single-family attached, if this came in initially as a single-family attached, it actually a permit would not be generated because the lot width isn't there. So it's being permitted as a duplex, and because they have the lot width and the square footage for a duplex. When these are sold this way, I'm not sure how that's actually happening. In my opinion, it is a hardship on the new owner because they can't get a deed, or they're trying to split these lots. But somehow we have to catch it at the front of this, and I think we are. But after they're sold, I mean, we're creating a hardship, or the developer's creating a hardship on the new owners. So I'm not sure exactly how we're going to eliminate that, or if we need to change our code or our setbacks for single-family attached. The board has passed a lot of these, and maybe we should revisit as far as our lot width if we should be going down to maybe a 40, if we feel that all the other aspects of that lot are being met. There was no phone calls for or against. Like you stated, there's a lot of properties in this area that are along this, and this is probably not going to be the last one that's coming before you.
These are all in an R2 zoned area.
R3 or R2,
R3
yes.
or R2.
Yes.
So what are the dimensions required for, what should this be instead of 40?
45,
45. And the square footage, it meets that though, right?
yes. the requirements for a single-family attached are actually less than that of a duplex is a 10,000 square foot lot. So if you actually split it, you still have the 4,000, which is required by a single-family attached.
We still have the square footage there.
Yep. The thing that we really want to, when you're developing some of these turn into a 3 or more is a townhome. So we've actually approved a 4 or more. What happens then is you're taking a lot of, depending on how it was developed or built, the on-street parking is almost eliminated sometimes. So we want to make sure that we have that proper distance, or we need to limit driveway width so that we actually continue to have on-street parking. There's a lot of more pieces to the puzzle than that I can bring forward.
Other questions or comments?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Sean.
I've got just a couple questions. First off, you said it was permitted as a duplex, but was it built to the standards of a single-family attached? As far as firewalls and...
It was. In the past, our procedures are now, if somebody wants to split, they have to come in front of they actually have to get a sign-off from the city before recording at the courthouse. In the past, they would just go up to the courthouse and it would be done. So it needs to be signed off by the city. The state building code mandates that a duplex be built essentially like a townhome or single-family attached, where we have that separation. If this was a fourplex and he came in front of us, some of those were not. They were built as a duplex where you have a open space up in the attic. These were built with the true wall all the way up to the roof deck. So they were built as a single-family attached.
Sean?
And then the other, I guess, to go back on, you talk about the seller put them in a bad spot, but in this case, they bought the whole unit as a duplex, correct? And now they're coming forward asking for the variance so they can split it, which really wouldn't be any different than if they came in to this board before they built it for a single-family attached, right? I mean, they're still in compliance right now, correct? Or have they already sold the...
No, it has not been sold. They still own it.
They still own the whole unit?
Yeah, correct.
So they're trying to avoid getting into a situation where they're breaking the code, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Other comments, questions? Anyone here to speak for or against? If not, is there a motion to approve or deny the request?
Mr. Chairman, I would make a motion that we approve this variance according to section 39.12.011, and as I said, make a motion to approve this.
Okay, motion by Pat to approve this request. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Trevor. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Pat,
Aye.
Trevor,
Aye.
Sean,
Aye.
Bruce,
Aye.
and I'll vote aye.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I guess
The next one is very much the same. So you're just standing up there to do the same thing? Scott, is there any questions on this duplex?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I move to approve the variance finding that the requirements of section 39.2.011 have been met by the applicant for a variance.
Motion by Sean to approve this request. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Bruce. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Sean,
Aye.
Bruce?
Aye.
Trevor?
Aye.
Pat?
Aye.
And I'll vote aye.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. And third on the list, a variance request to exceed a maximum square footage of signage of 75 square feet by 49 square feet for a total of 124 square feet at 579 South Main in the Grass subdivision. You're here to speak to that? Okay.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Nevada Crimmins. I'm the owner of Western Dent and Legend Auto Body, and I'm just here to add some signage to the Legend Auto Body building, the Western Dent.
And what you would add then would be the Western Dent
Yes, sir.
and the paintless,
Yep.
okay.
Is that going to be lighted like the Legend Auto Body?
Yep, it'll be just like Legend Auto Body,
Okay.
blue and all,
Okay.
And it's all on the building, right?
all on the building, yes.
Questions? Yeah, comments?
Any concerns from the neighbors?
I did receive 2 phone calls from the neighbors, property right to the north. Once I explained what the request was, she did not have any issue with it. The neighbor to the south, he didn't have any issue with the actual signage, but he was concerned about lighting. And he says actually the south lights kind of, that's something that you could work with the homeowner. As far as he didn't want any more light projecting onto his property across, because he says it is actually pretty bright. But I did tell him that this was on the west side of the structure, and that would not affect his property.
Yep, and I do believe it does shut off at midnight. Yeah,
Automatic.
automatically, yeah, yeah.
Those were the only calls that I received.
Okay. Anyone here to speak for or against? Okay. Any further questions?
Owning both of these, do you ever see them merging into just one
Well,
operation? Just Legend Auto Body take care of paintless? Dent
I don't,
repair?
because I do have a business partner in Legend Auto Body, and I'm the sole owner of Western Dent.
Okay.
So I'll always keep them as separate entities.
Okay.
Other questions?
Mr. Chairman, I think the sign looks good, and I'd like to make a motion to approve the variance as required in section 3912.011.
Motion by Bruce to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Trevor. Further discussion? Hearing none. Bruce?
Aye.
Trevor?
Aye.
Sean?
Aye.
Pat?
Aye.
And I'll vote aye. Looks good.
All right, thanks,
luck.
gentlemen.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming. Other business? Any other business to come before the board at this time? Chad, anything, any comments?
I have no comments this week.
Okay. Very good. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I would make a motion that we adjourn this morning.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Sean. We are adjourned.